Greetings to my unbelievable downlines all over the freaking planet. This is your one and only Chief, voted sexiest man alive, Vogue magazine, Time magazine, all right, Wall Street Journal, and various other publications. But I told them to remove the article because let's stay humble, okay? But guys, I'm very excited. I'm in my office close to midnight on Tuesday, recording the Wednesday message after spending the whole day in Ipoh, which is a city 2 hours up north of Kuala Lumpur, where we have our city campus of QIUP, where we sign a multi-million dollar, memorandum of agreement with this huge company from China to build the one and only QI City, which will be residential condominiums, hospitals, university, mall, everything, guys. All right, so finally the vision of Dato Sri Vijay Ishran is becoming a reality. All right, we have our own city and one day our own freaking country. All right, so like I always tell you, you don't belong to a network marketing organization. You belong to a revolution. You belong to a life-changing force, all right, with a purpose greater than itself. Okay, thanks to our founders, Dato Sri Vijay and Japadas Bismarck. And the past few days, okay, early in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning, I've been going on YouTube, which I don't usually go. And I've been checking out tons of videos of mine from the past. I mean, old videos. And it's so funny, okay, watching yourself 10 years ago, watching yourself 15 years ago. And at the end of this Wednesday message, I'm going to play a video of me speaking at VCon Thailand in 2005, 10 years ago. All right? And after watching all that videos, I came to realize one thing. I came to realize the power of potential. Okay? And I realized today that I am who I am today because you and me are the same. We are all born with the equal amount of potential. There's nobody born with extra potential or extra gifts. All of that is absolute bullsugar. All right? I believe that everyone is given the same equal opportunity to be the greatest they can be or they should be. And I asked myself, how did a 23-year-old loser called Padman Senatiraja, all right, become who I am today? All right? And I asked myself, what happened? All right? What were the factors that influenced my growth to achieve my true potential? And I want to share that with you today. And I want you to recognize one fact, that at whichever point of your journey in QNet you are today, whether you are 2,000 US, whether you are maxing out, whether you just started, whether you are suffering and failing every single day, all right, or whether you have gone through 1,000 rejections, or your network collapsed, or your country is going through some stupid challenge, doesn't matter. I need you to focus on this Wednesday message as your life depends on this. First thing I want you to take home before I even start speaking to you is that recognize one fact, that you were born to be great, that you are born to be great, that you have great potential that needs to be developed, that needs to be squeezed out of you, that needs to be constantly pushed, all right, to become bigger, stronger, and louder, all right? And I realized in my journey, my potential became a reality for 2 reasons. Number one, I had a great Coach B. All right, I hope you know the difference between Coach A and Coach B. Okay, Coach A is the loving coach who pats you on the back and tells you, great job, even though you didn't achieve anything. Coach B is the person who will never compliment you, who will push you out of your comfort zone every single day, who will call you at 4 a.m. and tell you to do something, who will chase you down on Friday midnight to ask you whether did you find 2, did you achieve your goal, all right? Wake you up at 9 in the morning to do a presentation, all right? Keep you for meetings until 4 in the morning just to test whether you have what it takes to become a great entrepreneur, all right? A Coach B's job is to constantly extract the best out of you, whether you are a willing patient or not, all right? And sometimes a Coach B can build somebody to greatness, and sometimes a Coach B can drive a person so far away that the person doesn't want to do anything with their lives. And that's a risk a Coach B takes every time he or she chooses to build somebody up to reach their true potential. Now, I have the greatest Coach B, Dato Sri Vijay Ishwan. Now, Coach B, all right, loves you more than a Coach A, trust me. But he practices tough love because his priority is not for you to like him, is not for you to adore him. His priority is to help you achieve your greatest potential. Even if you hate him, all right, he still wants you to achieve greatness. And that's the beauty about being Coach B. Now, I am your upline, all right, and I always see myself most of the time as a Coach B. So let me be a Coach B right now. I believe that all of you are nowhere close to reaching your potential. I don't care if you're maxing out. I don't care if your check is 10,000 US. That's not your potential. Your potential is to make 50,000 US, 100,000 US, 200,000 US a week from your tracking centers in QNet. That's your potential. And I showed one day how my vision is to issue a $1 million US weekly commission check, all right, to one of you out there. So my job is to tell you right now that you have not even come close to reaching your potential. But you need to understand why. The first reason, power of association. You are surrounding yourself with people who allow you to stay in your comfort zone, who recognize and edify you for staying in your comfort zone. That if you are surrounded by too many people who say you are great and you're doing a great job and you're fantastic, that's a guarantee that you're on the way down. You need to have power of association by surrounding yourself by people who constantly tell you that you're not doing enough, constantly tell you that you can do better, constantly telling you that you can push yourself harder every single day. All right? You need to surround yourself by these kind of people. You need to surround yourself by people who live in a different league. All right? I always tell people it's easy to feel great when you look down. So when you look down, you're on top. You feel on top of the world. You think you have achieved greatness. Now, I don't live like that. I don't look at the bottom and pat myself on my back. I constantly look up and hammer myself for being lazy, not being up there with them like Dato Sri Vijay and Japaras Bismarck. All right? So you choose how you want to continue your journey in QNet. Do you want to live a life where you're constantly looking down and celebrating? Or are you constantly looking up, all right, and pushing yourself harder? Because this year is coming to an end. 2015 is going to end in 2 months. Ask yourself, have you done enough? Ask yourself, have you achieved your financial targets? Ask yourself, have you helped enough people achieve their financial target? Ask yourself, in the year 2015, have you even come close to reaching your true potential? If the answer to my questions are no, then you got 2 months to turn the tide and make these last 2 months the greatest months of your journey in QNet. That I want you to recognize one fact, that if you are going to be with us for a long-term journey, then I promise you one thing. If you shut up, listen and do, all right? And if you kill your ego, empty your cup constantly, I promise you, you will reach your true potential. Because ultimately, you are the benchmark for your organization. So if your check or your commission is stagnant, and if you don't constantly push it up week by week by week by week, what are the people below you going to do? Because they're looking up. And when you look up and the person is too close to you, that's not going to inspire you to rise. You need to look up and see your uplines in the clouds, living the lifestyles of the rich and famous. You need to look up and say, unbelievable, I want to get there. All right? So you can't be driving a Toyota and your upline driving a bigger Toyota. That's absolute garbage. So you have to decide whether you are the true benchmark of your organization, whether you are the one people are looking up to. And the only way to reach that benchmark is to achieve your goals, is to reach for your potential, all right? Is to truly recognize the fact that you are born for greatness. And I'm telling you, there is no greater way to inspire people than to be the best you can be. You can talk until the cows come home, all right? You can sing Kumbaya with your whole family, it doesn't matter. But when you achieve greatness, you will inspire others to achieve greatness. And today, on this Wednesday message, I need you to understand the word potential. I need you to recognize the fact that you have great potential. And all this time, you have been wasting it. All this time, you've been flushing it down the drain. And I want things to change this week. This week is about you changing. This week is about you finding two, all right? Because that's going to help you reach your potential. This week is about you achieving your goals, because that's going to help you reach your potential. This week is about you being the benchmark for your organization to look up to and say, I want to get there. I want to be like him. I want to be like her. And that's you up there. All right? And you never stop rising. You never allow yourself to fall into a comfort zone, because your potential is limitless. All right? Remember this word, limitless. That's your potential. Even the sky is not the limit. So to all my beautiful downlines around the world, I want you to watch a video right now, which is a video of me 10 years ago. And I want you to see that person in that video. All right? And I want you to see the person right now on this Wednesday message. And I want you to recognize the fact that anyone who realizes their potential can achieve greatness. If I can, you can. If I can, you can. All right? Remember that. Now this video, you'll see a lot of familiar faces at the back. And some of those people are no longer with us. Don't worry, they didn't die. They just left us. You know why? They didn't realize their potential. And those who stayed realized the potential. And they are giants today. They are the ones you look up to and say, I want to be there one day. All right? And these people had nothing except potential. All right? And they had a coach B, and they surrounded themselves by people who constantly reminded them that they are not there yet. That they are not there yet. And it's my job to remind all of you out there, you are not there yet. That means you can't slow down. You got to speed up. You can't fall into a comfort zone. You got to be crazy. All right? And you got 2 months to show the world that 2015, you will realize your potential. That 2015, you will achieve greatness. This week, find your two. This week, do or die, achieve your check and help the people below you, your downlines, achieve their goals. All right? And I leave you with this video, which is so funny because I look like a complete moron. Okay? But when I watch this video, I appreciate what Dato Sri Vijay did. I appreciate the fact that he took a kid 10 years ago and made me into a giant today. All right? And made me realize my true potential and never allowed me to slow down and never allowed me to switch off. He kept pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. And thank God I didn't break. All right? So guys, watch this video. 10 years ago, we were nobodies. All right? Today, the people in this video sitting behind me, including Dato Sri and Japa, they're giants. Not because they're different from you. Simply because they realized the fact that they had potential and they maximize it. they realized their true potential. Now it's your turn. Make this week the turning point. Make this year the year you tell the world that you are born for greatness. So enjoy a trip down memory lane, VCon Thailand 2005. I love you guys. Remember, this week, make it count. So I went back home, looked at my mom, who already told the whole town that her son works for a huge multinational company, own office, measurement she knows, you know, so proud. And I looked at my mom and said, Ma, I just quit my job. And I need to borrow some money. So I got some money from some people and I started networking. And I'm telling you guys, you think you have it hard now? We had it really difficult. We had nothing to show. We didn't have a VCon. We didn't have a name card. We didn't have an address. We didn't have a brochure. We had nothing except a piece of paper and a 40-cent pen. You understand? My coin was delivered to me after 1.5 years. But that made me into a powerful networker because I had nothing to show. And I had to get good at showing the plan without showing any physical product. Are you guys with me? So I thought this was the easiest business in the world. I went out and started showing the plan. Then I realized that, hang on, I got a motorbike with 2 wheels and I'm going to go and show working class people this fantastic business which can make you millions of dollars. So what I used to do is, this is the trick of the trade, you know. I used to set all my appointments in nice restaurants and nice hotels. But never take your motorbike and give it to valet. So I used to park my motorbike really far away from the hotel, tie up the helmet and jacket, and walk into the 5-star hotel like you own it. It's called millionaire mentality. Mr. Vijay taught me one thing. Before you can earn $1 million in your bank account, you have to have $1 million up here. Do you understand or not? All right? So I used to walk into these hotels, sit down with businessmen, doctors, anyone, and show the plan. And after the presentation, you walk to the lobby, right? You walk out to the lobby and you stand there. And the guy's Toyota or Mercedes comes and he looks at you. Patman, where's your car? I said, no, a friend of mine is picking me up. I don't know where he is. You go ahead, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bring the bank draft, we sign you up, get you started. Then the guy leaves. Then I walk to my motorbike, put on the helmet, you know, start the motorbike and go to the next plan. Alright? But the danger is when you stop at the traffic light. Now this really happened to me. I stopped at the traffic light thinking, okay, I got another plan to go to, right? And then I look here, a car, I turn this side and it's the prospect. Then you just put your hand like that and you do this. And the answer to that problem is buy a full face helmet. So they never recognize you. But that's how we started. That's how I started. And I think one of the reasons why I became successful in this business, and there's no secret that is so deep and difficult to understand except one thing. I had nothing to turn back to. It was do this or die. Do you understand? I had nothing. I had no safety rope. I had to take the leap and I had no choice but to fly.